It's week 2 of the NFL, and we'll see Quentin Johnston. He had a busy week last week, finishing with over 170 yards. It's the Colts.
Two one-loss teams set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. A short one there to Freiermuth. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. You look at this Colt defense. They are number 2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
We know it's only week 1, but the results look pretty good so far. The key is, can they do it week in and week out? Because right now, they're not awarding any championships or trophies after 1 week of performance. Got some nice young faces playing for them. Let's see if they can get this going.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. That's complete to Mooney. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Throwing is Hurts. There's Mooney with another catch. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. A short one there to Freiermuth. The numbers for him from a week ago. 7 catches, 97 yards.
And that was a nice job there pulling that one in. Now, this is an offense that will certainly spread the ball around a bit. And this is a guy the defenses had better focus on.
Hurts. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. Touchdown, Texans. Tutu Atwell. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. This taken in right around the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup. Threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Here's Anderson throwing on first down toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Thomas, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Hey, look at the defense for these Texans. It's quite a unit. Number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
Normally you want teams to gel late in the season, but this unit, they've been terrific right from the word go. Came in as the number 1 rated unit against the pass in the NFL after just 1 week.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Operating from the gun, Anderson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with his speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And he powers through the first lane, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
At the 40-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. The Colts had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And they were given a gift of 2 straight home games to start the campaign. Dropped one of them already. You have to figure a split of these two probably imperative.
And they did talk about that with us prior to the game, about how important it is to start the season 1-1, especially with 2 games at home. Because if you go 0-2, hard to make those up on the road as the season progresses.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else. And now it's 3rd and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth. And he is stopped just short on 3rd down. Got 9 yards, but needed 10. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now it's 2nd and 10. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Now Anderson. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Anderson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. I call it no gain there on the first down play.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man is Samuel, complete. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off play action. Anderson. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way, a dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Here's Hurts to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a 2nd one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one completes Alec Pierce. Down the sideline he goes. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 50 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On 1st down, Hurts. Did he get the feed down? Yes! Touchdown! Alec Pierce, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. That time, a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting threes, and you're coming back and getting twos, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those sixes on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And he'll be out right at the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. And off now to Gibbs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hughes. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Brings up 2nd down at the 23-yard line.
On 2nd down now. It's Hughes, and he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday I'll press it a little bit. This might be the case.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A give right side for Gibbs. Oh, look at the juke. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Anderson looking for Cooper Kupp again. 2 in a row. Only able to gain a couple there. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Now a give to Gibbs, running left. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. Looking to throw. Anderson. Throw left side, complete to Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Anderson. He's got the first down and more. And finally wrestled down at the 11th. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I can't help but chuckle a little bit because at this point, it can't be a surprise to anyone in the building who's going to get the ball. They just keep feeding him over and over, and he just keeps on delivering. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Colts have cut the lead back down to 2.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Hurts throw complete to Freiermuth. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
14, Alec Pierce. A gain of 4 yards. First down, Texans.
Throwing is Hurts. That's complete to Mooney. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that will bring up second down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Second down and 8. Hurts. There's Mooney with another catch. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of hands on hips in that secondary, and I suspect a lot of mumbling under their breath as well, because this defense has had no answer for the passing game here in the first half.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. Second down, here's Hurts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Jalen Hurts as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kicks away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel.
That's interference. Defense.
Come on, baby. We got to do our job. We got to do our job.
Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think you got caught in between and created a foul.
So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
Anderson. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Gets around him. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They fell in their ball game last week. That was a loss to the Saints, but they're on top here as they begin this drive. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Hughes. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, it's Hurts. That is caught. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Things looking much rosier for them here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. He finds his man complete. That's Hughes. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They'll come up 2nd and 7.
At the 19-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Hughes. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help.
Touchdown! Darnell Mooney from 17 yards out. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Anderson. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Jalen Hurts and this offense trotting back out. He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his third touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Hughes. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Hurts to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hughes. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Here now, 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw to the right side and complete to Thomas. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Off the play fake, Anderson. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. Throw over the middle, and it's caught by Johnston. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Off play action, Anderson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And the Texans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. And he's got Pierce. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. They go play action with Hurts. Incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down.
Third down, the Colts beefing up the secondary. 6 defensive backs in the game. Now back to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the fourth. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he fires one incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And that'll bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And Thomas has it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. The Colts on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This is 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. Fourth quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And taken right on the 30. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Throwing is Hurts. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
The Colts getting another possession here on offense. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Taking it about the 36. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. That's complete to Mooney. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Hurts. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Anderson. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Fielded at the 43. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Hughes. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hughes. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. He'll find a man over the middle. 2-2 Atwell. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
This 2nd and 4.
At the 26-yard line.
They're going to look to throw.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A throw left side, caught by the tight end, Freiermuth. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Well, the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, Anderson. Now that'll be caught by Cup. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Now Anderson. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Anderson to throw on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Back to throw. Anderson. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
And there, even if you've got to take something off that throw so that he slows down to catch it, that's far more preferable than what happened there. A big miss on what should have been a touchdown.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Cooper Kupp, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now.
It's a gain of 5.
Now Anderson looking to throw on 2nd down. He's got another one to Johnston. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Anderson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Texans will take over here just shy of the 30. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he shifts past him. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a 1st down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running,
and picks it up anyway. And now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this.